Hello. Today I'm going to go through all of my retro, Nintendo gaming consoles. Not all of them are retro, I shouldn't say that, but, whatever. I could have done this on my desk, but I think the carpet is more appropriate because my desk is kind of flooded with stuff, and I don't really want to do it over there because I'm lazy and whatever. You know how it is. So I figured we would go in order of release of the consoles because that seems like most convenient to me. I will specify sometimes which order I got them in, but it doesn't really matter. So, the first one on my list is this beautiful creature right here. I bought 3 broken DMG Game Boys, and this is the one, or one of the ones that came. I would have tried had the screws not been completely unscrewable. So I do have a plan to get this open at some point because the back motherboard is most likely good, and I would like that for another Game Boy that I have. But yeah, this one is kind of smelly. It smells like dead cats. So, no good. This one's just bad. Then we have this guy, which is much better. This one I modded like 6 months ago. Literally all I did is put a case on it. I did have buttons for it, but the buttons didn't look good with it at all, and I ended up actually just not using them at all. So, yeah, this one's okay. It doesn't currently work, but I know exactly what's wrong with it. I just need to fix it. Also, I just put my fingers on that glass. But, yeah, this one, I like this one. I like the forest green color of it, although it does look more blue on camera, but whatever. This is the next one. I think that this one pairs really well with this one here, because these were both built around the exact same time, and this one has a screen mod. And, with the backlight mods, you're supposed to install a bivert chip and everything. Well, if you know what that is, then you should understand what's about to happen. This one has the bivert chip, and this one does not. Somehow I mixed them up. I have no idea how I did that. Oh, it's really hard to see this one on camera. Somehow I messed that up. So this one has the backlight, and this one doesn't, but this one's biverted, so all the colors are inverse. But, yeah, this one has a little bit of screen rot, but honestly, it's not that big of a deal because you can still see everything on the screen. This one is nice. This is one of my personal favorites. I love the atomic purple kind of reminiscent design, like of the old Game Boy Colors and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. And then this was actually my first DMG Game Boy that I ever modded, which is funny considering it is by far the best one of all of them. Speaker works, everything. It's just got the RIPS display. Very, very, very nice. This one is very cool. This is the one that I play the most, other than the purple one, because I don't know. I really love the way the screen looks, and you can like customize the colors and everything by holding down the contrast wheel. It's a really interesting setup, honestly. I really like this one. Oh my gosh. Next up that's all of my DMGs. I have this Game Boy Pocket. Now, I actually did buy a Game Boy Pocket like 3 years ago, and it was like $50 at a game store, and it worked perfectly, and I thought that it was a good deal because, well, I really wanted a Game Boy Pocket at the time, and I didn't have one. I bought it with 2 copies of Tetris so I could play it with a friend, and yeah, it was stolen. So I got this one a few months later, and I modded it. So the original one I had was clear green, I believe, or maybe it was just meant to be clear and it was just green because it was nasty. But yeah, this one was red. It was in a red shell. I still have that shell in case I ever wanted to swap it out, but I like this black a lot. This is another one of my favorites, although its battery life is 3.5 hours because it's 2 AAAs powering this gigantic screen. It's also kind of uncomfortable to hold. That's why the DMG line is probably my favorite. It's why I have so many of them, because they're so, like, nice. Yeah, that's my Game Boy Pocket. I like that. This is the Game Boy Color. I'll be honest, I didn't even bother putting batteries in it for this video because it is just... This thing upsets me because I have a screen mod for it. I have everything for it. I've tried so hard. Actually, I think the screen mod's in there right now. But I just... This thing, it's giving me nothing but trouble. From getting the case that they shipped to me was the wrong one. It didn't fit the screen, so I trimmed down the original case it came in. I couldn't get it to do it right, and I had so much trouble with this. My original Game Boy Color that I had a lime green one. That was actually the first Game Boy that I ever bought. And anyone who's like remembering my channel, I guess, would know that there was a video of me unboxing that green one. I was like 12, and I don't know. It was a silly video. I don't like it. Yeah, so this thing, it's it makes me angry to look at it sometimes. This one is my Game Boy Advance. This is like my personal favorite, honestly. It is just so nice looking. I have these fancy like reflective back panels and everything on it, and it works so well. The screen is so nice looking, and it's, you know, the Game Boy Advance is really comfortable to hold too. The battery lasts a pretty long time. Overall, it's like probably the most high quality one that I have. It's like the most convenient and easy to use. And I am a big fan of the Game Boy Advance's design, even if it does stray really far away from like the other older designs. Next is this beautiful creature right here. This one, I went to a local game store that is like one of my amazing, like, top 5 favorite stores in the whole world. I will put pictures of it here if I remember. But yeah, this store is actually like incredible. They have so much stuff there, and this one was just sitting in the back on a shelf, and he said that he was using it to test games, but that it wasn't actually like for sale. And I asked him, I said, well, how much like would you sell it for? He said he didn't really know, and I offered him $70. And it has this line, and this is an unfixable line, and I have accepted that. And honestly, all the damage on it and everything, I don't even care. It's a 101 model, so the screen is much brighter. But there we go, like that. It's much brighter than the original Game Boy Advance SP. I love this thing. It's so cool. And I honestly, before I got this one, I had never like used Game Boy Advance SP. And they are just, oh my goodness, they're so nice. They're like almost awful to hold, but I really love the design, the way they look. They're just really cool. Yeah, this is like, especially because how convenient they are. They're so like tiny and sturdy. I really like them. This is just a DS Lite. It's like the most typical thing in the whole world. It said that it was broken on the listing, but it's not broken. It never was broken. It works. It's a DS. I don't know. It's in German. I put it in German. I don't know why. It is just a nice DS Lite. Works completely fine. Never had any trouble with it. It's cool, I guess. I just kind of got this to fill out the collection a little bit. Now we're moving on to this. This is a DSi. I also got this a while ago. This was actually marketed as broken because it could not open any applications, which I was concerned that I would not be able to fix it, but I was very much able to fix it. Now this is modded. Well, I've modded it since I got it, but it wasn't modded when I first got it. But yeah, basically it has Twilight Menu on it. I have a bunch of ROMs and stuff on here of games, and it's just, I don't know. I use this for games that I don't actually, like, own sometimes, and I own almost all of these games, so, you know, that's fun. Yeah, so basically what I ended up having to do is I opened it up, I stuck the Wi-Fi chip back where it's supposed to be, and it worked. So apparently there's a really common problem with these, is that the Wi-Fi, like, little adapter plug thing comes off. You can just put it back in, and it works again, like, completely good as new. I don't know. It had their personal pictures and stuff on it, so I factory reset it because I just didn't want to see that. I only looked at, like, one picture, and I was like, this is just some kid. I wiped it, and yeah, now it's my, my modded one, because why not? Now this right here, this is my childhood DS. I got this when I was 4. I think it might have been relatively new at that time. No. Maybe. I think I was a little older. I don't remember. It was the 25th anniversary of Mario. It's the DSi. It came with Mario Kart, I believe. This thing is a brick. It has survived everything. Child me throwing it around like a weirdo crazy kid. Oh my goodness. This thing has been through it all. This was my first introduction to video games, really, like, ever. Other than, like, the GameCube, which I played, like, once, and the Wii, which was still, like, new-ish, I guess. This was my thing. I had New Super Mario Bros., Mario Kart DS, and this is especially where I absolutely fell in love with the Mario and Luigi RPG games. If you've seen my tier list, you would know that I'm, like, obsessed with those games. I love them so much. It's all because of this thing. It has been through so much, but it is mine. This thing, I will never let this go. This will come with me through every stage of my life. This thing is absolutely incredible, and I love it to bits. It's like the best thing in the whole wide world, honestly. You can't even disagree. I'm just objectively right. Next up is something, I would call it more boring, but I got this when I was a kid too. This is my 3DS that I got. I was a crazy kid, and I thought that Mario 3D Land was the hardest game in the whole wide world. I mean, like, very late game, like the, whatever it is, like the 7th or the 15th world that's, like, later in the game, that where it starts remixing levels and stuff like that. I was having a lot of trouble, and I was on vacation. I was in Panama at the time, and I decided to bite it. I don't understand how I ever thought it was a good idea, but there is just some, you know, old Avil teeth marks on here, so instinct of biting it when I'm mad, I guess. I don't know. It was stupid. It currently doesn't work, which really upsets me. I don't know why. Like, it does blue, and it turns on, and it just instantly turns off. Yeah, next up is another one from my childhood. This is the 3DS XL, the original version of it. My mom played this one a lot more because for some reason I preferred this one. I guess it was just smaller, fit my hands better back then. Now I would definitely choose this one. The screen is bigger, and it's just, I don't know, it's generally nicer. At the time of coming out, it had the biggest screen ever for a portable, like, Nintendo thing, which was, I don't know, cool. It's more substantial in the hands, I guess. It's got, like, more of a matte finish, less than a glossy finish on it, but honestly, I don't know. I have a soft spot for the original 3DS, and this one is just, like, also good. I don't know. It's fine. It's not bad. It's just kind of indifferent about this one. This one does work, so that's good. The next one is definitely my roughest. I don't even want to pull it out. It's embarrassing. This is my 2DS. I got this on, like, Black Friday when I was, like, 13, somewhere around there. It wasn't even on sale. I paid full price for it. I don't know. It was just, I really wanted one, and I didn't, like, for some reason I was, like, limited at the time. I couldn't play things, so I got this one to play, like, 3DS games. I loved it when I got it, and then I slowly kind of grew out of it and kind of started to really not like it. It works, but it doesn't read SD cards anymore. So, like, this is the one that I first started to get, like, into the online aspect and, like, Street Pass and stuff. So I had this, and I'd play it online, and I had so many, I had, like, all the stamps and everything. I had so much on here, and it eventually just kind of, it lost its touch. The volume slider doesn't work. That's why I have the tape over that, so it's just a little bit quieter because it's so loud. Again, the SD card doesn't work. I've lost the stylus somehow. I like the Pokemon stickers on it, except this poor guy kind of got destroyed. And also the cartridge actually doesn't stay in, so I have to, like, lodge it in there and then press down on it to get it to stick inside, and then I'll be playing the game in the middle of the game and it'll just, like, jump out. If you open the camera app, it crashes the whole console. I don't know why. This thing is a mess. There's a reason that it's $80. I feel bad for anyone that had this. Like, I understand it's the budget, like, thing. It was for, like, smaller kids. But also, when you give this to a smaller kid, don't you think that your smaller kid is going to be rough with it? Like, the plastic on here, if I can get it properly. Like, I can just tear this thing apart. It's so bad. Like, it's just it's bad. It's bad. I have a soft spot for it only because it's the first one that I ever had online, and I played online with friends for the first time on this thing. That's really it, though. I don't like this, really. The next two are... The next two are really basic, pretty boring, actually. I have this. This is a Switch Lite. Fun fact, my stepmom thought I stole her credit card when I got the Mario Kart 8 DLC on this, because apparently I didn't have enough money left on mine, and it defaulted to hers, and it purchased it from hers. And yeah, so that was just great, because she called the Nintendo support, told them that I stole her credit card, and they banned me. So my account was actually banned for all that time up until October, when it was unbanned, and I don't have a reason to use this anymore. I made a new Nintendo account. It just, I don't know, everything about it pisses me off now that I think about it, because of how much, like, I don't know. It's not bad. The Switch Lite isn't a bad thing. I thought it was really cool when it came out. I like that the Joy-Cons don't, like, get, like, they don't fall off when I'm playing it, like with any other Switch. They still drift, which somehow Nintendo didn't think to fix the drift when they're literally attached to the console and don't come off. I do have a regular Switch, but it seems kind of unimportant. I got it, on my birthday, 2017. Yeah, fun fact, I share a birthday with the Switch. I thought that was cool. So yeah, I got that on my birthday. But I have the Switch OLED, which is much preferable. The screen is really nice, the kickstand's really nice, everything about it is just, it's generally better than the regular Switch. Even the battery life is better, especially because I have the day one Switch that the battery is like 4 hours. But yeah, this is, it exists. I don't know. It's an anomaly. It's nothing crazy about it. I didn't expect them to ever make a revision of the Switch, and especially something that isn't even like a Switch Pro. It's just a different screen. But I guess I can't complain. It works. So, yeah. That's kind of like all of them that I have. I guess I have like one thing that's not here, but I mean, whatever. This is like a majority of my collection. And I do have a board that says like all the stuff I'm missing. But I have most of the portables that I'm really interested in collecting. Like the newer 3DSs and the new 2DSs that I have, like, I don't care for them at all. I just don't care. The one that I really would get would be an original DS, because I don't have one of those, like the fat ones. I can't find one that doesn't have a broken hinge, and it hurts my feelings. But yeah, anyway, yeah, this is my collection. This has been multiple years of, like, this is basically my whole life to get here. Yeah, I'm very proud of my collection. I really like all of my collection. I like the stories behind everything, and if you'd be interested to hear more about them, let me know. Liking the video would definitely tell me that. Also, subscribing. My goal is to hit 200 subscribers by the end of 2024, and I'm already kind of getting there. I'm already a lot of the way done with that goal. I mean, at least proportionally, I've gained 7 this year, which is a very large amount for such a short amount of time. So thank you very much. I really do appreciate all of the support. Anything is great. Even just a comment, it helps boost the channel. Yeah, anyway, thank you for watching. I will stop rambling now. I will see you all whenever I decide to make another video, which I guess shouldn't be too long from now. Bye-bye.